Here's what happened this week at City Council.
In our report to council since the last report, hospitalizations are down 15%, our COVID daily positive cases are down by over 28%, and positivity rates have fallen by over 30%. And while the downward trends are encouraging, it's important to remember that our numbers are still relatively high. They're just as high as they were when we were experiencing the summer surge. So much of our update to council during this work session really centered on vaccine distribution. As an organization, we continue to build an efficient and robust distribution system. We've increased our call operators at the call center to 100 operators, and we have 50 more operators ready to go to respond as volume increases so that we can be responsive to the community. We really have achieved great results, and we continue to lead the state of Texas in vaccine distribution efficiency. We've exceeded a 95% efficiency rate in El Paso with over 155,000 vaccine doses administered by local providers to date. When we started at about a 2.5 hour wait, and now we're down to an hour or less, and in some cases it's only 15 minutes. And so for those who have received a first dose, for scheduling purposes and to avoid confusion, individuals who are due a second dose through the city system will receive an email, text, or a call to schedule an appointment when we receive the second dose allotment. And I think it's important to point out that to date, nobody's past due for their second dose of the vaccine. And then additionally, we established a downtown walk-in center at 220 South Stanton Street. And the purpose of that facility is to assist with vaccine registration and then to provide information. And lastly, and most importantly for the community, while we're rolling out the vaccine, I think it's really imperative that we all need to continue to be vigilant in slowing the spread by continuing to wear face covering, maintaining social distancing, and keeping our hands sanitized. So continue to follow the safety protocols as we get our vaccine more broadly distributed to the community.
This gave the city an opportunity to present information and research that was requested by council, and also regarding community members' input on proposed police reform and updates on our training efforts for the city as we're moving forward, looking at opportunities for improvement of all of our city departments. This effort is really important to the city of El Paso because it gives us an opportunity to use research and results to make choices and decisions as we talk about police reform or any changes. City Council clearly recognized that although there is tension that's happening nationwide, that any changes that may happen for our department need to be based on the city of El Paso, the reality of how we're living here in El Paso, and strategies that are really about moving our city forward in a way that are going to make a difference for our community in a trusted and transparent way.
City Council was provided an update from the city's legislative team regarding our 87th Texas Legislative Session priority initiatives. City Council listened to those updates from the legislative team and provided additional direction to us so that we can better advocate for the city during the legislative session in Austin. Topics ranged from information about healthcare expansion to the reduction of speed limits on residential streets to police reform. So this is really critical for the community because this is the time when the state legislature, they meet every 2 years to discuss new laws that may impact cities. So it's really critical that the city have a strong voice during that time and that the team on the ground in Austin is well equipped to advocate for the city through City Council's direction.
So this item covered multiple components. It covered a 5-year financial forecast, covered the quality of life rollout and what we're looking at over the next year and beyond, and then finally some discussion on the capital projects. And so these items are something we do as part of our integrated budget process. This 5-year forecast is a tool that we use to help really show the council and the community really what we're looking at long term. give an idea on what we're looking at as far as revenue growth, and then obviously looking at our cost drivers, such as what we're investing in our public safety, our streets, and our quality of life services. The discussion really focused a lot on what we're looking at as far as rolling back in some of our quality of life services, which have been deferred due to the shutdown with the health pandemic, and the phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3 approach to bring some of those services back online over the next year. And then finally, a lot of discussion around the capital projects and what we're looking at as far as streets, investing in our public safety, investing in some of our health city facilities, and some of our other capital projects which have been pre-approved by the City Council. And so this is important to the community, really get them to understand where we stand financially. It shows them what we're looking at, not only for the short term, but also for the long term. And then obviously with the emphasis right now being on the quality of life and what those services are going to look like as we begin to phase things back in.
Item number 6 was approved by Council. This is the funding agreement by and between TxDOT and the City of El Paso to start the design and construction of the downtown bicycle improvements. This is a benefit to the city as we increase the multimodal network connectivity within our downtown area. It is also partially funded by federal dollars, therefore leveraging the city investment.
Item 31 on the agenda was an update on the street infrastructure programs and some of the other programs as they relate to streets, such as resurfacing, reconstruction, and the various capital plans. It's important to provide a periodic update as to the status of these street projects to the City Council and the public as well.
We will be accepting applications for the 5th and final round of the NIP. There is a $4 million allocation to be divided amongst the 8 districts. So registered neighborhood associations are able to apply for small scale public improvement programs or projects rather that will help enhance their park, surrounding neighborhoods. The neighborhood improvement program matters to the public because it gives neighborhood associations the opportunity to apply for a project or create something for their district that's unique for the public, and it gives them an opportunity to engage with our government. So we're very proud to have this available for our neighborhood associations.